Right. Can you see this close up?
Yes, sir.
Now this is a binocular microscope and eyepieces of the particular binocular microscope. And here you can see the magnification is written on the eyepiece. Right? The magnification is written on the eyepiece. And what is it? Can anyone identify the magnification of these eyepieces?
10x.
It's 10x. It can magnify 10 times. Right? So the light microscope will have eyepieces and objective to magnify. And if the objective is, say for an example, 4x, so the final magnification is 4 into 10, 40x. So that is the lowest range, lowest point that you will come across with newer type of microscope. We don't have 2x with newer version. Right? In our lab, there are about 2-3 brands, and if I name them, the Olympus, we do have two versions, CX21 and CX23. Sorry, CX31 and 32. And little bit of a difference is there, but you can learn them very quickly when you have the gadget in front of you. And we have another brand, the Labomed, but we are not using them for student practicals because they are not working properly. So we have enough Olympuses to share among students when you start your practicals. And we have few other uncommon brands came from Italy and Germany, and they have the Biomed and different names. So the arrangement is little different when you compare it to the Olympus. Whenever you have microscopes in front of you when you start your practicals on site, you will be able to see the differences between those microscopes. And the Olympus will have this kind of eyepieces where you can see the eyepiece can rotate. Right? Rotate and adjust the length between the eyepiece and the prism. You can change the distance between eyepiece and the prism. By doing that, you will be able to adjust your eyepiece according to your eyesight. So there are individuals, some they do have astigmatism, some they do have hyperopia or myopia, and they have different troubles in their eyes or problems with sight, different lenses, and therefore sometimes they need to adjust this one to suit to their eye. That is possible, right? If you are using the correction spectacles, probably you would need to adjust these two. You can see through your spectacles, which are probably have corrected all your sight. And these are the activities. And the main tip you need to remember, whenever you start screening something under the microscope, these are the gadgets which closer to your eye, and make sure that you will clean these two eyepieces first. And how are we going to clean? And we are going to use the lens cleaning solution, which is very similar to 70% alcohol. Right? You use this lens cleaning solution and use lens cleaning tissue and clean the lens eyepieces before you start your screening. And mind you, don't touch this eyepiece and don't put your fingers on the eyepiece. If you put your fingers on the eyepiece, you will get, eyepieces will end up with getting lots of fingerprints and dirt on it. And then you won't be able to see your whatever the screening material nicely. And in fact, you will see lots of artifacts. Sometimes you identify those artifacts as parasites under the microscope. Therefore, cleaning eye lenses are important and mandatory before you start your screening. Okay? So next area of the importance. Now you have seen the upper part, and this is the lower part of the microscope. And in between you have your objective. And you're going to keep your, whatever the examining the material, slide in between objectives and the lower light sources. Now here, there are important areas, and you need to identify, and these two knobs, right, these two knobs will help you to move the mechanical tray. right to lateral, right to left, left to right, laterally, and upwards and downwards. Go forward and backwards. So here the tray will go forward and backwards. When you use these two knobs, you will know which knob will help you to move this left to right, right to left, and forward to backward, backward to forward. And these are two knobs which help us to move the mechanical tray. And most of the microscope we have in our lab do have this kind of knobs to move the mechanical tray. And this is the light source, and the light source intensity can be adjusted using this gadget. And this is actually called field diaphragm. The field diaphragm can use to adjust the amount of light that will enter inside the important area. This area is called condenser. The condenser too have condenser disc and the aperture. Diaphragm, right? The condenser diaphragm and the condenser disc. This is called condenser disc or the condenser diaphragm. And when you are using the different objectives, you have already learned there are different objectives. The lowest one is 4x, and then you have 10x, lower magnification, 40x, higher magnification, and 100x is oil emulsion, right? Oil emulsion, you use that lens only with oil. And when you are using those different objectives, you need to adjust this disc to get the clearest view of it. Okay? And so this entire gadget can move upwards and downwards to get the clearest view of whatever the thing focused under the microscope, and this will move using this knob. Here you can see the knob, and when you screw this knob, this gadget will go up and down. This part is called condenser. The moving condenser is very important to adjust the light, and you need to learn that while you are screening slides under the microscope. And these two knobs will give you to align the light source, the light beam in fact. The light beam should readily go inside the objective. Sometimes it might not be nicely aligned, and you can use these two knobs to align that. And I would recommend all the microscopes are all aligned properly. Therefore, don't use these two knobs to change it. And if you change them, it will be really difficult for us to put them back in regular manner. And the light is coming from down, and we have xenon light, which has the most powerful illumination, xenon light, and they are coming from down, and the intensity can be changed. Here, the newer microscopes do have intensity changer, right? So from 0 to 6 or 0 to 10. So when you use that knob, you will be able to increase the light and decrease the light. So you need to learn which light intensity is the best for screening different stages of the parasite. That you will experience while you are screening all these smears for parasites. And unfortunately, this one is cut from this picture. Here you get the coarse focus knob and the fine focus knob. Here the fine focus knob and the coarse focus knob. You need to put your hand on those knobs and get the experience how those things are working. Okay, so we have come to the end of today's practical. The last one is the objective. Let me quickly share the objectives. Now here, the Olympus 3x23, and so it has 4 objectives. Here you can see 3 of them. The important one, the lower power, the higher power, and the oil emulsion one, right? So the lower, there's a color code. And sometimes you might not see this 40x, 10x, 100x, because so when you try to bring them to the center, this the nodes or whatever the magnification written on the lens might be other side of the lens. Then you have to put your head inside and see it, which is very difficult. Therefore, it is better to remember this color code. Then you will be able to identify lower magnification. Always with any microscope you will see it as yellow band, and higher magnification will have bluish band, and the oil emulsion lens will have 2 bands, black and white. Sometimes you might see even only white band or a black band. Right? So by examining those bands, you will be able to identify the objectives. Now, you need to bring objectives to the center to get the light beam, and there is a small groove to put all these lenses, and you will get a sound like click sound, and you need to hear that sound before you start screening the slide. And this has to be nicely adjusted, otherwise you are not going to see the full smear. And another important thing is, this higher power will have so now say for an example, here you can see the microscope is focused on the low power. The slide is somewhere here. The distance between slide and the lens is quite larger. That is called working distance. Therefore, if you put oil onto the slide, the oil will not contaminate the low power objective. But when you bring this one here, this one is pretty long and the working distance is very small. Therefore, the lens can get contaminated with oil. If you contaminate non-oil lenses like 10 or 40 with oil, the lens will get damaged. Therefore, to prevent that, make sure that whenever you put oil to see species or parasites, you can put only oil lens. Therefore, you need to rotate this. Sometimes it could be clockwise, sometimes it could be anti-clockwise. Make sure that you will bring not 40 but 100 straight away to over the slide to see it. So those are the tips, laboratory tips, and we'll do this again when you come to the practical in a concise way. We won't take this much of time to do that. So will be a very brief introduction to microscope, and you should be able to identify all the parts and start doing it without issue. So I'll stop here, and we'll have all lectures online from here for 2-3 weeks. I think I have shared the tutorial of the timetable, and the next practical day we'll have a problem-based discussion. There again we are going to put you into groups, and you will be given a problem, and you need to come out with the answer for the problem. And after that third week, we will have another practical will be conducted online, and that will be for identification of parasite under the microscope. Okay, so I'll stop here. Thank you.